Um, Somebody from the outside looking in might think that, hey, you know what, medicine or anything related to healthcare is pretty much straightforward, and there is like a way to do everything. A specific, not a way, also a specific way to do everything. And if you don't do it a specific way, somebody might die. But I've come to realize that it's not that serious, to be honest, or it's not that deep. Like, somebody else who don't know is trying to portray it or even talk about it, because yeah, I just realized like there's like multiple ways to do one thing, and that's one of the reasons why working with, you know, some people in medicine sometimes might be really hard, because that's not a way that you would have choose to do a specific thing, but that's the way that they choose to do it. But at the end of the day, like all of you guys always come to the same point, which is taking care of whoever you're taking care of and actually do it well. If you guys did what it is you're supposed to be doing well one time is a really big important factor when it comes to anything that you're doing as well, because everything is time, everything is monitored. Even though you have multiple ways to do it, just know that if you did it one way, somebody will know, and somebody else will also know. And if something happened, it's pretty easy to actually track down where the mistake actually happened or took place, because everything is being tracked in real time. And that's pretty good. It just gave this illusion that somebody's always watching you at any given moment, and you better do the thing that you're doing right in order to not get yourself in trouble. But it also make some problem, I'll say, at the same time, because at the same time we already know that there is not this specific one way to do this specific thing or the task that you're trying to do. Because there is not one way to do it, it just sometimes make people act like they're not human, or take humanity out of some people. They will just treat everything as like this general checkbox or this general task list that they have to go through, and they will just like gonna go through each of them at any given time or at any given moment, even if it does not really make any meaning for actually them to do this specific task. For example, like, has a patient there, right? So your job is pretty much taking care of the patient and make sure that the patient is comfortable and everything. But I know some people will choose not to do that. Not deliberately, well, I'll say deliberately, because they actually can think for themselves and actually use personal judgment to know whether or not they need to do something. And they've been doing this thing way much more longer than me, so I'm pretty sure they do know. Because if they don't, that would have been a problem. But some people might choose, for example, like to clean the person that they have to take care of, I would say, at the beginning of the other shift, so that it shows that they've been doing something. And for some people it might be really good, because hey, at the end of the day I cleaned the patient, which was my job. But the thing is, the patient was dirty like hours ago, but you did not clean him because you thought that the patient would have go again, or would have just get dirty again, and you did not want to clean him 2 times. So even though you actually did your job, which is taking care of the patient, I'll say, and the patient is not dirty, when the other shift came in, they can see that, hey, you know what, you did her job. But the thing is, the way that you choose to do it did not really make any sense, because the patient wasn't comfortable before, and you could have helped, but you choose not to, because hey, the patient was just one of your tasks to actually do or get through for the next 12 hours. That was like a simple example, to be honest, that I've used really early on to see like, hey, you know what, there's like multiple ways that I can do the same thing, that I can do this the same task. So I might as well just think about one way, my way, and actually do it my way. And also the other problem is I'll say sometimes is when you're brand new and you don't really know how to do stuff, so you're trying like to do it everybody else is doing, but you will quickly realize like there's other people that were doing stuff that other people have a problem with, and then right now by you trying to do it that way that you thought that, hey, that's good because we've been watching this other people who's been doing this thing like for years doing it, and you just quickly realize, oh my god, damn, they don't like it, but they just don't tell him or tell her anything, which is pretty crazy, right? But it's a whole big mess, bro. It's a really whole big mess. And I think that's one of the reasons why making an algorithm after you learn everything is pretty good. Like something that do work for you, like a specific schema, or just say a specific task list, even if I did not want to call it out as such, does work, because it's going to be your way to do these specific things, even if you might be indication of you're using multiple ways at the same time. So multiple I'll just use ways to get to the same task, but just to your own personal algorithm, and just know that this algorithm is allowed to and will shift. Priority will shift for the next 12 hours, even though we thought that, hey, you know what, that's pretty much it, and I don't have to do this again. I just believe that you'll have to do it, and probably more than once if it's one of them days. But hey, just do your own little thing after you learn everything. But if you're learning and you just started, don't quit yet. Do not quit yet. Learn, cry, and go home and do it all over again until you actually get it and you can do your own stuff. That's pretty much it. All right.